Keeping you informed. This is In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS.
Hello and welcome to another edition of In.form here on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and today we're talking about the Dubois County Community Meal presenting their Thanksgiving Day Feast happening next Thursday, November 27th. The dine-in, drive-through, or delivery options with 2 locations. And with us, we have Kim Kendall in the studio. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you back once again this year.
Thank you. I'm always happy to be here at this time of year.
Yes, we definitely appreciate what you guys do with Dubois County Community Meals, and of course the big push of Thanksgiving Day Feast. I will say, as a the first time I participated in the Thanksgiving Day Feast, you guys put a lot of effort into it, and it is a fantastic little thing to kind of lift people up who maybe do not celebrate Thanksgiving in a typical way. But before we get into the feast, let's kind of backtrack a little bit. I was asking before we got started today, what is Dubois County Community Meals, and what do you guys do behind the scenes? This is the Thanksgiving Day Feast is a very big fundraiser for you guys, but what does that kind of equate to the rest of the year?
Well, we have a kitchen at the Nam Hall over by St. Vincent de Paul, and we serve between 200 and 250 meals every week.
Yeah. And you guys kind of prioritize. We were also talking as well that you guys and the community food bank are 2 separate entities that sometimes work together. Is that about right?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, we definitely serve a lot of the same people, but we are 2 different entities. We do hot meals, and so we deliver hot meals to a lot of the senior housing, the Meadowood, Knoll Ridge, Lofts, different places that we can help some of our seniors with a good hot meal. But then we also take meals over to whenever they pick up food at the food bank, that we also serve hot meals there as well sometimes.
Right. And again, I think that kind of makes it a little bit of a different thing. A lot of people find comfort, or again, if they're struggling, whatever the situation may be, just one hot meal can take somebody a long way. So being able to provide something like that as a kind of comfort to people who might be struggling, I think that's huge for the area around here. And I will say as well, some people may think Dubois County, we don't have X problems or Y problems, but we do, and you guys being able to serve 250 plus meals a week, I mean, that just shows that, it is a much needed service that you guys are providing here in the area.
Yes. And, it's great for especially seniors. Sometimes it's hard to make a good homemade meal for one person, but we have wonderful volunteers. We have a chef that works in the kitchen that helps plan the meals, and we've got people that donate. We've got wonderful donors who donate a hog or a cow, and then we have other people who donate other things. So, and then just the volunteers to be able to come together and to do something for our community, and the people just really do appreciate getting a good, well-balanced hot meal.
Absolutely. And again, I don't think anyone is taking that for granted here in the local area, but let's go ahead and get into your big Thanksgiving Day feast. This is the 25th year, did you say? Or 20th?
Well, actually 24. Because, of course, COVID year, we didn't do it. But Other than that, it started in 2000. So, we're looking at doing it going on 25 years. And we are up to 2,000 meals is what we're going to be shooting for this year, is making 2,000 meals.
That is fantastic. And not only do you guys, 24 years under your belt, but you have 2 different locations that you guys are going to really be servicing out of. So that, I think you're definitely going to hit that 2,000 being in 2 different spots in the county. So tell us a little bit more about how the whole day goes through, what we can expect and stuff like that.
Okay. And so we have 3 different options. You've got dine-in, drive-through, and delivery options for those who are homebound, disabled, can't get out. We have 2 locations. One is at St. Joe's in Jasper at their parish center, and then also St. Mary's in Huntingburg in the activity center. So they can do either one as far as a dine-in or drive-through, and we just go until we're out of food. Delivery, we ask if anybody needs delivery that they call the church closest to them. We kind of have, if you're probably in the northern part, you can call St. Joe's. If you're in the Birdseye, Ferdinand, Huntingburg area, Holland, call St. Mary's, and we have volunteers that come and get the meals and take those out and to deliver them for both in both parishes.
Most certainly. And, it wouldn't be a feast without the menu of food that you guys have had amazing donations to be able to provide this year, too, right?
Yes, and we always cannot say enough about Farbest. They donate the turkey, which is huge. And we've also got Prairie Farms makes donations. We have a lot of places that make donations for the food. But the meal itself is turkey and gravy, dressing, mashed potatoes, green beans, corn, and, of course, pumpkin pie.
Oh, heck yeah.
We do have some extra options if you come in to eat. We've got ham and some different things if you dine in.
Right. And so tell us a little bit about the time frame, because, again, it's one of those things where it is probably good to come early just because there may be a line, because everyone else is also looking forward to this. I guess one of the big things as well is this is a free meal. However, donations are always accepted. So tell us a little bit about the time frame and, of course, donation-wise, what that kind of consists of if someone's maybe doing the drive-through or coming in.
So with the delivery, we normally try to get those out of the door around, we start dishing up probably about 10 o'clock, 10:30, and we try to get those out the door and on their way to their homes before the 11 o'clock when we start doing the delivery. But 11 till 1 o'clock, it will definitely shut down if we still have food left. If not, it's just till we're out.
Right. And again, if you're doing the drive-through option, I remember my drive-through experience. You want to get there early because the lines do tend to get long at the beginning. But you guys, I know those who are volunteering and those who are serving were super fast to get the food out, very accommodating and whatnot. And then again, the donations really help kind of back this big effort. But again, it goes back into what you guys do every single day on the rest of the year, right?
Correct. And so, this is a twofold program, and it was when we started it 25 years ago, where we want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to get a good hot meal on Thanksgiving, but it's also a way to help raise money for the community meals. So we have some corporate sponsors. We've got people who help donate the food and some of the food, but everything, all the donations that are in excess of paying for the food goes into the Dubois Community Meal Fund to help us make those meals throughout the year.
Absolutely. So, if you need a free meal on Thanksgiving, of course, please come, please take part in this opportunity. But if you want to, use it as like a transaction, just like any other payment, if you're going to go out to eat, pay what you can, even pay a little more. That probably wouldn't hurt. Again, it helps the efforts the rest of the year. And, with that as well, how can people, maybe donation is a great way to help support the efforts. But so far as volunteering, how can people become more involved with maybe the Thanksgiving Day feast or even Dubois County Community Meals as an entity?
So if you want to volunteer on Wednesdays, is normally when we cook and serve the meals at the meal site. And we've got a volunteer coordinator, Lynn Shaw, for that. And her number is 812-630-4101. And as far as with this meal, we start prep on Sunday morning at 5:30 over at St. Mary's. We'll start baking all the turkey. And about 11 o'clock, we get volunteers in. So if anybody has some free time on Sunday, anytime, just come on over to St. Mary's. We'll be cutting up the turkey starting around 11. We have, I think, 800 pounds of turkey that we will be cooking off and cutting up. And then throughout the week, we just have different needs for different volunteers. So if anybody would want to volunteer, they're welcome to call either St. Mary's or St. Joe's, and we will try to find a space for them. We've got 7 different kitchens involved in this, so there's a lot to it. Over at Precious Blood, we use their facility to make all of the dressing, and so they mix all the dressing and then go in and cook it off on Thursday. We have Holy Family. We do the mashed potatoes at Holy Family, St. Mary's Ireland. Southridge Kitchen is used, Southridge High School, Ferdinand Elementary School, Oink, and St. Mary's are all kitchens that will be cooking and warming it up that morning and dispersing it where it needs to be dispersed to get it to go out.
That sounds like a lot of organized chaos, but again, you guys kind of have it down pat now this go around, and it really is a community meal that is community made.
Exactly. And we want to be a blessing because we are so blessed. We are so blessed in our community to live in the community that we do. And so this is a way to get involved and be a blessing, as well as to and when we are a blessing, we get blessed. And so we've got people making pies. We always need more pies, and any extra pies will go to the community meal to be served, and I know that our seniors really love pumpkin pie, especially when it's not just at Thanksgiving. So if anybody wants to make a pie and donate a pie, they can drop it off at St. Mary's or at St. Joe's. And then we have kids that make placemats. And so we have placemats for the people who come in to eat. We have a lot of families that are doing this. I just talked to a family, and they had lost a loved one, and this was going to be a hard Thanksgiving. So they are planning on coming in. They're going to help deliver some meals, and then they're going to come back and help eat and clean up. And that's going to be their Thanksgiving in honor of their loved one. And it's just a new thing that they're going to start. So again, it's not just for those who, if there's just two of you and it's really hard to cook a good meal and whatnot, and you want to come in, it's for fellowship as well. I just think there's a lot of people that just really want fellowship as well as good food. And Tim Flick has been involved with this since day one, and he is an amazing chef. He has Oink, as well as Caradella's catering. He's got a big catering business, and now they've gotten both Huntingburg and Jasper, their Oink locations, but he helps oversee all of the food. So it is top-notch, great food.
That is amazing. And again, I would say you gave a perfect example of just two individuals who may or may not have plans. If you do not have plans for Thanksgiving yet, we are a week out, maybe just keep this in the back of your brain. And if, maybe the idea of going out and seeking food or even fellowship is a little scary, just, see what works that day. Maybe it doesn't have to be that scary or that anxiety inducing, because again, I will say again, the food was great. So that's a good selling point, but it's for a fantastic cause. If you, again, it's a free, but donations accepted offering. So it definitely is worth the go ahead to go get it if you've not yet tried it. Kim, is there anything else you want to make sure to mention today? Again, you've got a lot of stuff to do in the next week or so.
One thing is please, if we have any listeners that of somebody who might be home alone, that might need a good meal, even a family that could really use just to be blessed, they just need a blessing, please let them know about this, because there's a lot of people that still don't know that we do this, and it's harder and harder to get flyers in front of people to let them know about it. So please, if you know of anybody who could benefit from this, please let them know.
Most certainly. And we as WBDC and WJTS will also have all this information and this In.form on our social media and on our website. So if you forget or can't figure it out, we will make sure that it's available, because this opportunity is something that we hope everybody is able to partake in, especially those in need this year. Kim, before we let you go, will you run us down the whole Thanksgiving Day feast event in maybe like a summary form, just one more time in case somebody missed it at the beginning?
Yes. So this does take place on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. We have dine-in, drive-through, or delivery. The two locations are at St. Mary's in Huntingburg and St. Joe's in Jasper. And if they need delivery, they can call either one of those and get on the delivery list. We have turkey and gravy, dressing, mashed potatoes, green beans, corn, and pie. We also, for dine-in, we will have ham as well. And it's for a donation basis. So if you're really falling on hard times this year and you can't, say a prayer for the community meals. And if you can make a donation, that is wonderful. And if there's anybody who can't be here and can't help, but they want to make a donation to this cause, please just give one of the churches a call, and we will let you know how you can donate for it.
Most certainly, and volunteers are always welcome.
Yes.
Very good. Kim, we appreciate your time today. And of course, we want to wish everyone and yourself a happy Thanksgiving as you prepare for this very large feast. And best of luck as we hope everyone gets a hot meal this holiday season.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening and watching. This has been your In.form here on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS with the Dubois County Community Meals. Again, the Thanksgiving Day Feast happening next Thursday, November 27th. Dine-in, drive-through, or delivery at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Huntingburg or St. Joseph Catholic Church in Jasper from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. or until gone.
This has been In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS. Catch past episodes on our social media pages and our websites. If it matters to you, it matters to us. In.form.